folks, JD here, and finally we get the weather where we can come out and fly again. Okay, so today we are looking at this beauty. This is the SJRC S30. It has a 720p camera on a movable gimbal, 4 brushed motors, a really nice glossy red finish to it. It has a battery pack directly in the back with a micro USB port for charging. You have a little on button next to that in which you push once and then push twice to turn on the quadcopter. You have 4 LED lights. You have battery LED notification on it as well. And the best part of it totally is it comes in at £50 or $60. And there it is. Not very big, comes in at 149 grams, so if you do have any weight restriction laws in your country or in your area, then this will probably come under the 250 gram, if it is 250 gram, double check. Now we've got a little micro SD card in the back of the camera. Now that would just be if you wanted to record any video. I'm going to be recording some video today, and then we're going to see whether or not, if I do it through the smartphone, if it ends up on the smartphone, or if, like DJI, it ends up on the SD card. So with that, folks, let's take her up. Alright then, so here we go. Now for those of you that haven't seen the unboxing and overview video, take a little look at this transmitter. Now this transmitter is unlike any transmitter I've ever seen. Every single LED on the top here relates to exactly what the transmitter is going to do. So you have speed mode 3, 2 and 1, you have power, GPS return to home, you have follow me, video and camera, you have trimmer. It gives you every single thing that you are going to do, or every single button that you press relays to one of these very nice little panels here. I think that is brilliant. I think a lot more manufacturers should be doing that, because there's often times where you push a button and think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's speed mode 3. Sometimes there's a beep, sometimes there's not a beep, but with this you 100% know. So okay, let's turn that back off. Let's get back into this. So the quadcopter is down on level ground. Now as part of the pre-flight checks, I've ensured that all propellers are on nice and tight, that my flying area is nice and clear, the battery is fully charged, the gimbal is on securely, everything else is ready for us to fly. Okay, so first of all I'm going to turn on this quadcopter, so then click to turn it on, and with one single click you'll see the LED lights in the back of the battery come on. They should be fully charged, so you should have 4 LEDs. Now at this point let's turn on the transmitter. There we go, transmitter's on, and the gimbal sounds as if it's moving. Single, 1 up and 1 down to bind, and then we get the transmitter then shows us 4 options: GPS, auto return, video camera, power, and it's automatically in speed 2. So what I'm going to do here now is connect to the quadcopter using the Wi-Fi. Okay, it's an open Wi-Fi network, so let's just connect to that. If you're on Android, you're going to have the obligatory, this connection does not have any internet access. Click OK on that. Now we're going to open up the app. Now the app you can get from the manual. It's called SJRC, and pretty much it looks like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll across once until we see the S30W 720p, and then we're going to go to controls. I think, yeah, there we go, brilliant. So the SJGPS would like to access my location. Yes, that's fine. Pick up the aircraft and turn it horizontally. So let's pick it up and then let's turn it. This is part of the standard GPS configuration. And then nose head down, so with camera pointing down, then we twist again until place the drone in a horizontal surface and wait for the drone, the gyroscope to calibrate. There we go, it's all done, it's all calibrated. That's slightly different to what I'm used to, but that was very nice as well. So with that, let's get on, let's record the screen. Lovely, screen being recorded. Let's pop the smartphone in. There we go, in there. Okay, so now we've gone through all the basics, let's take her up. So let's get around to a safe location, and then I'm going to use the automatic takeoff button, and we should then just take to the skies. Alright, we are up. Let's take her out a little bit and let's see how she holds. So we do have, obviously with GPS, we do have the precision hold. So I'm just going to have a little look for the second and see how she does. She's holding okay. We've got a slight breeze coming in from my right. That's coming directly across and it's going to be buffeting her on the right hand side there. But all in all, that seems okay. Right, what I'm going to do is click record video. So with this, let's use one of the back lower shoulder buttons on the right hand side, and click it once to take photo, click and hold to take video. Once you have taken video, this little symbol here is going to flash. That will then let you know that you're recording video. Right, so we're in speed mode 2 for the second. I'm going to just alter that, and I'm going to go for speed mode 1 instead. So clicking the left analog stick or the throttle stick, you get into the different speed modes. Alright, that beeping of video recording is going to get very annoying very quick. Now then, as we have the quadcopter facing me, let's have a little look. Let's alter this gimbal angle using the left and right shoulder buttons here. Now again, we've got a lot of beeps coming from the shoulder buttons. You have to click and hold, and then the gimbal should move down. But it doesn't seem to be doing it. Let me turn off video recording. Can I move the angle of the gimbal with the video recording off? Doesn't seem so let's get that video recording back on. Okay, let's have a little look at her flying first before we look at anything. So battery time is going to be about 8 minutes, and speed mode 1 isn't very effective. Speed mode 2 is what I'm currently in now, as it shows up on the nice little dial on the transmitter. Speed mode 2 is a lot nicer. Now we do have a bit of a wind coming in. I measured it at just over 4 miles an hour, which is nowhere near good enough for speed mode 1 is nowhere near good enough for that sort of breeze. But speed mode 2, yeah, speed mode 2 does look as if it's cutting through without any problems. Now then, let's go into speed mode 3. Speed mode 3, the quadcopter dips as you'd expect, as it's engaging more power directly to those motors. She is quite loud. Not the loudest, not at all, but I am definitely noticing that she is quite loud. Her movements are pretty good. Actually, they're very good. I'm not going to just beat her on the bush there. They are very good. She's moving without any issue. One thing I did find is a little bit strange though, is speed modes. As I click down once to change the speed mode, it seems to be ever so much, like maybe a half a second delay from when I click to when the quadcopter then decides to change speed modes, which is a little bit strange. But all other responses when I'm moving her around are very, very quick. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just hold her there for a second. Alright, we're in speed mode 3. Let's knock her down to speed mode 2 with 2 little clicks of the left analog stick or the throttle stick. Now let's give her a little bit of yaw and turn her around to me. Right, now I'm in the frame now. Let's go and click the follow button, which is this little button here, which is the top left hand top left hand switch, sorry. So as I click that, follow me comes up on the transmitter, and I should be able to walk with it following me. So what I'm going to do is just turn around straight away and just walk away. I'm keeping an eye on this little camera to see exactly what happens. But she is most definitely following me without me touching anything at all. It seems to be quite... Ooh, she's rocking side... Look at that, she's rocking side to side a bit. But she is obviously trying to hone in on this transmitter rather than me as a person. And if I just keep this transmitter here, not touching anything, the quadcopter does follow suit. It's not as refined, nowhere near as refined as what we've seen from companies such as DJI, or even nowhere near as refined as what we've seen from Hubsan with the H502E and S. And now she just seems to be going around in circles. That's a little bit... Okay, let's take follow me off, and I'm going to regain control of this quadcopter. There we go, I now have control of it again. Okay, so what I'm going to try, I'm going to take her back out, this time with reversing her directly out. A bit of negative pitch there just to get her back in line. And then I'm going to once again click this button. Now what could be putting her off from following me properly is how uneven this ground is, see? So it could be that maybe it's trying to hone in on the transmitter at a particular level. But then again, I would imagine not. I would imagine it's purely just signal. So click follow me is now on. And then let's move. And now we should have... Oh god, this video camera beeping is damn annoying. Right, so... Ooh, looks like we have flashing red LEDs, which means battery is low. Yeah, battery is very low. So let's turn off follow me. Let's turn off the camera. Camera's off. Let's turn off follow me. Let's see if I can get a little while on this quadcopter battery. Okay, So just going to take around, you can see those LEDs flashing, signifying low voltage. Right, let's try GPS return to home. So let's click the return to home button, and now GPS return to home is automatically initiated. It doesn't get up to an altitude like we saw with the Eachine EX1. And now it should be bringing itself down in speed mode 2. How close are we? We're pretty close. Come on, a little bit further, fella. And come on, off. There we go. So that's it. There we are. We have successfully landed this particular drone. Now let's click off GPS auto return. It didn't turn itself off. You do have to click it to turn itself off. So there we are. We're landed. Well, let's find instead. Okay, so what are my thoughts on this? Well, let's start off with the positive and then we'll bleed then into the negative. So positive, it is a feature-packed quadcopter. It's very cheap for a GPS, double GPS enabled quadcopter. It comes with a movable gimbal, it comes with video and photograph taking abilities. It has return to home, it has follow me, it has a load of different features on it. But how did it actually do? Well, I found that it flew really nicely. The speed controls, when you were changing between speed mode 1, 2 and 3, I found that it took at least half a second to change the speed modes, which was a little bit strange. As you click the button, as you click the transmitter, it didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden it just dipped forward and then you could fly forward. So I found that a little bit strange, how it just took a couple of seconds and then dipped. But taking her back down, the different speed modes exactly the same. Her flight was very, very solid flight indeed. A couple of things I didn't like though. I didn't like that follow me was so inaccurate, but obviously this is probably quite early days for this particular quadcopter. It did follow, but then I found it got a bit confused and it just spiraled. It just basically just circled a particular spot. But once I took it out to follow me, it did snap back directly and I could then take over flight once again. I couldn't move the gimbal. I tried with turning the video recording off and then trying to move it. I couldn't move it at all, even by clicking repeatedly or clicking holding. It just wasn't shifting from its particular current angle. I tried to move it back up in case it was all the way down, and once again I couldn't do anything with it. Battery life was 8 minutes, exactly as rated. Now we've got a 4-mile-an-hour wind here today, and speed mode 1 was totally useless for that. Speed mode 2 and 3 though, on the other hand, was absolutely perfect for it. When I let go of the transmitter and just let her hover, she didn't move at all. She was fixed. Very, very good precision holding. Obviously, if you want to extend this battery life a lot, then what you would have to do is not record constant video, not use follow me functions or anything which may bleed the battery a little bit more, and just enjoy it for the flight that she gives you, which is very good. All in all, it's a medium quadcopter for me. She flies well. I think I think SJRC really need to tighten up on some of these features just to ensure it does give perfect flight. The transmitter, on the other hand, I thought was fantastic. This little panel here that shows you exactly by shining a little LED exactly what feature you are performing, what speed you're in, whether it's return to home or not, I thought was absolutely brilliant, and a lot of manufacturers can learn from this. I think this is definitely the way to go, with having a little panel with LEDs that show up. Really, really good indeed. And its control was really good as well. I liked it. I liked the FPV boom at the top. It was solid. My phone didn't budge once. All in all, it's a thumbs up for this transmitter. So all in all, I would give this a 6 out of 10. I am impressed with its flight, but it does need to be tightened up in certain areas. So there we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.